Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the Volquest Stock Report on this Oklahoma week. Stock up for you this week, Brent Hubbs.
Oh, you got to give some love to the local guy, right? I mean, Deshaun Bishop, terrific performance. Again, I love the story because he bet on himself when he came to Tennessee, choosing to elect to do that. And when nobody in the SEC, was interested in him, he bet on himself that he could play at this level, and he absolutely can. Tennessee bet on him by not taking somebody out of the transfer portal back at the end of spring, and it's paid off. I thought he was terrific. I think he's been good all year, Austin. I think he's shown his patience. He's shown his comfort level in this offense and a growing confidence. Fun to watch him play.
Yeah, I agree, especially when you've known him for a while. And, I text my buddies, the Price twins, who are the head coaches at Grace, but, they were longtime coaches at Campbell County, and he went for 6 touchdowns as a sophomore against them. I think it was a sophomore year, junior year, maybe whatever. The point is, he ran wild on them. And every time he'd go on TV, he'd count him as he was crossing the goal line. And they were both at the game. They never go to games. And I said, man, Bishop knows you're here. He's just piling up more touchdowns in front of you. Stock up for me, Miles Kitselman. Tennessee's transfer tight end from Alabama just continues to, play really well. He's really good in the run game. Obviously, this is back-to-back games with a touchdown catch, and just feels very, very comfortable. A guy that, is a really good team guy. Good in the room, and just continues to get better. I think he's still scratching the surface of what he can be. He's relatively still inexperienced, hadn't played a ton of football, just because he was buried at Alabama, and then before that was a JUCO. So he's feeling it out and continuing to get better. Stock down for you.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Before you go to stock down, I want to give a shameless plug because you won't plug it. If Vol fans haven't watched your episode of Vol Club Confidential with him that was on the site on Monday, it's a great insight look at his story on his journey to get to Tennessee. I thought he was extremely candid about where he was and about how he got here and some of the things he wishes he could have done differently, some things he didn't do right, and then some things he did really well. It's a great inside look on a guy that nobody really knew who he was when he arrived at Tennessee back in the spring. So if you haven't checked that out, that's my shameless plug for that one. It's worth your time.
Yeah, he was fantastic. Now we'll go stock down for you.
Stock down for me is special teams penalties. And again, this is nitpicking. When you're 3-0 and you score 71 points and you've scored 50+ in every game and your defense is pitching shutouts, it's hard to find a lot of stock downs. But Tennessee has been really good in special teams. Their return game's been good. Their coverage has been good. They've kicked it well. All those things, Max Gilbert's answered the question, but they've got 6 special teams penalties in 3 games. A couple of those personal fouls, just unnecessary plays. They've just got to clean that area up to make special teams elite. So that's my stock down. Is they had 2 more on Saturday night against Kent State.
Well, I'm going to take what you said, and I'm going to pinpoint one area. Josh Tuberville, do what you do best. Boot that thing to Tulsa and don't call it a day. Tennessee can't afford to give free starting field position at 35 to Oklahoma. You can't have any of these kind of, I mishit it and it kicked out of bounds. Tennessee needs him to just do what he does best, and he does it about as well as anybody. Boot that thing to Tulsa, maybe even Fayetteville, and they can go ahead and land when it's set up for shop 2 weeks from now. Either way, Tennessee needs him to be on point Saturday night. No miss hits. I get sometimes that could be them just angling it over there or working.
Don't get cute. Don't get cute.
Don't be cute. Just do what you do and because you do it so well. So that would be where I'm at with that. Stock stagnant for me. I'm going to go punting. All these special teams. I'm going to go punting just because Tennessee's not done it a whole lot, right? It's just not been, they've not needed to punt. And so Jackson Ross, he punted so well at Alabama last year. I expect him to, be on point. But again, he's not had to punt to this point. Saturday night, the likelihood is unless Tennessee does something really crazy, he will punt it more than once or twice Saturday. So, I think punting is stock stagnant for me. What about you?
Yeah, for me, it's just life on the road. This is the question that everybody's got, right? Is Tennessee's been great at home. They haven't been horrific on the road. I know some people feel like they have. They've played since Josh Heupel's been here. They've played some good teams on the road. That first year they went on the road and were outmatched by some teams. But, Florida a year ago, they did not play well in that game. We all know what happened to South Carolina in 2022. Nico says, hey, I love playing on the road. Okay, well, you're getting ready to find out how much you love playing on the road because it's going to be louder than any place you've ever played in your life. Tennessee has worked extra crowd noise. They've tried not to make it a thing, but they've made it a focal point without making it, a beat it over your head focal point where it gets in your head, AP. But I think it's, stock stagnant for me is, can they get it done on the road? They're the favorite. I don't think OU's got a ton of confidence, but Tennessee's got to go out and play well on the road, which has been a bit of a hiccup for Josh Heupel since he arrived at Tennessee.
It is. Tennessee and Oklahoma coming out Saturday night. He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price for the Volquest Stock Report.